Welcome back to part 4 of the Kingdom Hearts One Piece crossover. With this time, we're at a familiar land. Not just familiar to Sora, but to Luffy as well. But it's gonna be a fun world, or so it seems. Where they meet a certain other captain, and they find another treasure. And it's not the One Piece, but it's something. Hi, my name is Nar, second fan in Kentucky.
I'm Venus Diaz.
And welcome to part 4 of One Piece and Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, before we start, let me tell you, we're not doing the final part next week. We're doing Power Rangers, but today we're doing One Piece and Kingdom Hearts 3. Here's where we'll start. We hear the bunch of pirates sing, yo ho, a pirate's life. We're not singing the whole song, though, because that will take way too long. We start with Sora saying, yo ho, a pirate's life for me. And Luffy asks, hey, is that a new pirate song? Not really. If Brooke was here, he would sing a song. Oh yeah, Big Sis. Why don't we sing that? Yo ho, they sing Big Sis Brew.
They really like using that.
Yeah, it's a traditional pirate song. And Robin said, I gotta say, Sora, I like your pirate out. Oh, thank you. Does your world dress like this?
Some do.
How come you don't? These clothes fit our style. And then Sora imagines Robin in a sexy pirate outfit. No. Kyrie will be. Then he said, "No. Kyrie will be pissed."
I think she'd make an exception.
Yeah. Then he said. Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship.
I don't know if we're fitting on this.
I don't know, Jinbei. And then he asked, and Zoro asked, do you have any idea where we're going? And Sora said, where else? The edge of the world. Captain Sora. Hey, I'm the captain still, says Luffy. Hey, can you share? And Sora asks, can you share it? Well,
I guess.
Captain Sora, Captain Luffy. And then Sora says,
hey, you mean Goofy?
And Zoro said, please don't talk like that. Real pirates do not talk like way. And then he said, we're running
out of sea, sir. Oh yeah. Running out of sea.
Then Jinbei tries to pull the current.
I can't do it. It's too strong.
And then they fall. And then fall in the waterfall. Do you know what's been funny?
I understand the physics of how we just survived.
Yeah. Do you know what's been funny? Goofy says, we look a waterfall. Water! Like he did in Goofy movie.
Yeah.
That would have been a great callback.
But as he's falling, he does his I wonder if Bill Farmer actually does that, or it's just a soundbite he does.
I think I don't know. Maybe someday if I meet him, I'll ask him that.
Or just archive footage of a past Goofy voice.
Yeah. Then
Sora wake up in this barren wasteland.
And he says, where do we end up this time? And Luffy wakes, oh, I'm so hungry. When are you not hungry, Luffy? Asked Donald.
Keep it up, darling. You're on the menu. Nice. Yeah. Luffy, Sanji's not even here to do it.
Then Luffy starts hallucinating, and Donald said, "Think harder, Luffy."
Think harder, Luffy?
I was just making a Simpsons joke when Homer at the monorail. Imagine using Bart as anchor, and he said, "Think harder, Homer."
Batman's a scientist.
And the line, "I call the big one Bitey." That's Matt Groening's favorite Simpson line ever. Anyway, so they're all walking forever, and even Robin is tired. So some pirates, we will get and then he said, "A ship!" And Luffy says, "That ship looks familiar."
Are we? I think you're right, Luffy. I wonder, could it be? And they start running towards it, but then Jack runs past him.
Hey, sorry, Luffy, Jack.
Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Hey, Jack, where are we?
We're up to environment, lads.
Ship ascending. I'm ascending. Huh?
Help me catch the pair before he gets away.
I know it's not really Johnny Depp, but he sounded
He's
like
closer than the last time.
Yep. We're just still making him Johnny Depp, and if he said that, it would have been
awesome.
Yeah. And then Heartless appeared, and Zoro says, "Finally, I've been wanting some action," and he draws out his swords.
Well, Sora just makes a break for the ship to get it.
Yeah. Once they reach the ship,
then we cut over to where Barbossa's crew just arrived and seen the ship with the crabs.
Yeah, we hear the Jack Sparrow theme music.
We see Gibbs is with them.
Yep. Dude, we hear the do. You know that?
Yeah,
famous...
the Hans Zimmer, the "He's a Pirate" thing.
Yeah.
Or is it the other one?
It's not "He's a Pirate." I call it Jack Sparrow's theme.
But "He's a Pirate's" Jack's theme. I know the theme you mean.
Yeah, the theme, his introduction scene.
Yeah.
And then they meet Gibbs. Jack, Mr. Gibbs. Aye, Captain.
Also liking a crew.
Crew? And I said,
I expect you know what you want.
There's been a...
I don't think I don't know. Sir,
then
you're in Davy Jones' locker, sir.
And Robin asks, "Davy Jones' locker?"
Don't.
I know that. I know where I am. I don't think
I... Oh, no, you don't mean we're actually...
If Usopp was there, he would freak out and say, "Ah, we're dead!"
Him, Chopper, and Brooke would be, "Oh my god, I've died again! Again! The third time!"
No. What was the first? What is the second time? And then Luffy saw Barbossa and was about to attack him. But Jack stopped.
Will and Elizabeth said, like, "Luffy, wait, no, wait. Are you crazy? That's Barbossa.
He's our ally.
Nice to see you too. But I am not your enemy here, lad."
Wait, are you?
You think that was Barbossa to get here?
It's a long story. You're gonna have to watch. What was the movie called again? The second movie? I forgot.
Dead Man's Chest?
You're gonna have to watch Dead Man's Chest in order to understand.
Hector, it's been too long. Yes, the Isla de Muerte. You shot me, remember? No, I didn't.
Robin says, "Yes, you did." And then she greets Elizabeth well and said, "Hi, are you two married yet?"
No, Elizabeth. But that's sort of, we were supposed to, but things happened. Actually, our present situation situation is what happened. What has happened?
David Jones
Tell,
Locker.
by the way,
Jack,
Elizabeth, why are you all swashbuckly?
I love that line by Goofy.
Oh,
That Will explained Jack.
Jack failed the debt he had to Jones to raise the pearl.
Yeah, and then they
But
meet
now
Tia
held
Dama.
up Beckett as the heart of David Jones.
Yep, and Will says
Snuffing
he
out
thinks.
pirates.
And Will says he thinks we're a hallucination. And Elizabeth said, "Jack, this is real. We come to rescue you." And Jack said, "Have you now? That's very kind of you."
Also,
It was
there was any of you. 4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded. Yeah, we're not set. We're not using different words like the game does to avoid its PG-13 rating for the movie.
Yeah, I mean he can't. They can't say kill in the game.
Yeah, they've replaced it with annihilate. Like that's any less worse.
Yeah, and Sora says, "Jack by your side. Aye, so you're all hot. Sora, Don, Goofy,
Go
Straw
on, who
Hat,
are the straw hats?
and Mr. Gibb. You
But know this, Luffy. I am captain of this ship, so you do what I say. I can see Luffy not taking kind to that.
Yeah, he said, "What a fun!" And
Sorry,
Sora
my ship, my rules.
and Sora says, "Calm down. If if we were at if we were at your ship, you would be the captain."
Jack, your
Fine.
ship's got nothing on the sunny, Jack.
Aye, the Black Pearl is a superior ship. No, the Sunny is. And Sora says, "Are we gonna hear them argue about
We're
this?"
gonna be here a while, aren't we? Then Barbosa goes, "Which way you going, Jack?" And shows him the map.
Yeah. If only Nami were here. Meanwhile,
You think she can make heads or tails of this?
what?
You think Nami could even figure the map out?
Well, she is smart.
They're all around
But
the pearl. They're all doing something, but well, Jack figures out how to do it. It's up is down.
and they did the whole upside down thing. I think that's.
Yeah,
But first, when they talked to Tia Dama and said, and before that, Sora and Luffy and Donald and Goofy sat together and said, "We do have a destination, right?"
the
And
destination, right?
I can't tell anymore. I think Jack is just making it up. He's a pretty crappy pirate captain. Then Teodamus comes over, and Teodamus comes over and says, "Cast your fate with Jack Sparrow, and he's soon to be sharing the wrath of Davy Jones." The guy Will mentioned. Who does he think he is anyway? And what did Jack ever do to him? You don't know who Davy Jones is, and you say you be men of the sea. We're from a different part of the sea. We're from. Are you? I think Teodama would know their Keyblade.
I mean, she knew what the blade would do to her, and why she has sword to free her.
Yeah. And she's.
Once again, the world order is completely pointless.
Yep.
Should we make a count of how many times this has happened?
A lot. And every time Donald brings it up, Zoro says, "Oh, shut up."
I mean, the world order is already vomiting up its own insides.
Yeah. And Teodama tells her the story of Jack's time with the Pearl. And she mentioned the fly. Would she say the word the Flying Dutchman?
I mean, that's Jones's ship, so
Yeah, she would say the fly.
with the
Oh, it's
Flying Dutchman. They go,
that
wait,
caused
the
Luffy.
Dutchman. Is Vanderdecken on this?
Who is
Who
this
is this
Vader?
Vanderdecken?
And
A
Zoro
fish.
says,
Actually, Jinbei would probably explain it better.
"Yeah,
He's a he's a criminal on Fishman Island. We're attacking our princess. That was his ship, at least where we were from.
yeah,
A fishman. I take it that's what you are, Jinbei.
that's right."
First
Um,
son of the sea.
you don't have freshmen in this world, do you? Not
Outside
really.
those on Jones's crew, no. But the waters are here are filled with mystery and wonder.
You ever heard of the One Piece?
I mean, look at Salazar.
Yeah. Then he asked Teodama if he's ever heard the One Piece. If she's ever heard
I've
the
heard
One.
rumors about the Pirate King.
And then she tells him about the Kraken, and Sora and Luffy says, "The Kraken? Well, I ain't scared of that."
Wait, Sudame! I guess he's Luffy going, wait, Sudame!
Yeah.
Luffy, I think this is a different Kraken.
Yeah.
I mean,
think so.
didn't we see its corpse washed up in the locker? Or is that a different spot?
I don't remember.
I think it might have been a different spot.
Yeah. And she tells about Davy Jones. About
In the chest. What's in the chest? Him heart.
And we had that scene with Vexen and Luxord.
Yeah, but why is he even there? I mean, Vexen.
I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
Unless he's that curious about Jones.
Yeah. He says he's there for this research. But I like Luxord saying, "I know this world better than you do. Kindly stay out of the way."
Yeah, put him in his place.
Yeah.
I feel like Luxord's probably more clever and smarter members, honestly.
Yeah. He's suspicious of Zigbar and the black box.
Yeah. Because that kind of leans into he's actually a double agent.
Yeah.
Then if you play the Yazora fight, you'll see a guy in a car with him that looks and kind of sounds like Luxord.
Do you think that could be his somebody?
Or it's somewhat related to him, I feel.
Yeah. Which is Luxord one of the least evil?
I just hope we get a payoff with that card he gave him.
Yeah, we'll probably find out KH3.
Assuming that ever happens, if
Hopefully.
Sony hasn't gone under by then.
Yeah. Let's go back to the story. They were raising the ship upside down.
Thanks, Jack. You could have warned us.
Yep. Everything's all tough. And Donald spit out water out of his ears like they would do in Disney cartoons.
Yeah.
Everything's all topsy-turvy. Well, at least we're back in the land
of the living.
Thank God, says Zoro. Never Jackson. And then they see a ship. And Elizabeth said, "I've never seen anyone like it." And Luffy looks heartless. And they start attacking the ship. And Jack turned to Barbossa and said, "Barbossa, have you allied with those fiends again? Don't impose me on them. Why would I conspire with them? But you did conspire.
You did last time.
Could you argue about it later?"
So who goes to fight the Heartless there?
Sora and Luffy?
Well, technically, yeah, it was just mostly Sora.
Yep.
Because then
But
who goes and who's with them for the rest of the world?
I think Zora will join. Or
Zoro, I can feel Zoro and Jinbei would, but would Robin just stay with Will and Elizabeth?
yeah. And you know what'd be funny? If she was king rather than Elizabeth.
If she was, she couldn't leave.
That's true.
She could vote for Elizabeth, but technically Luffy would have to do that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Since he's a pirate captain.
Uh-huh. And she said, "What do you mean by king, pirate king?"
So to be fair, like that whole scene got skipped in the game.
Yeah. We'll include that soon. Just that, okay? After they beat the Heartless.
Robin's gonna be acting captain for the crew since Luffy's with Sora.
Yeah.
After the fight,
Sora's. All
Sora
right!
and Luffy fall in the water and are saved by Zoro and Jinbei.
Yeah.
Or rather, should it be Fukaboshi that does it?
Fukaboshi's the one that saved him. What is that?
Ugh.
Strawhead. Are you alive?
What the Fukaboshi? Prince Fukaboshi.
What are you doing here? I've been hiding here ever since those.
Our world disappeared and I wound up here. And the princess? I'm not sure of her and my brothers, nor even my father. Though I heard Trafalgar Law was here earlier.
Yeah, you probably
referencing being in the second game.
Yeah, and Jinbei said you probably heard of the Keyblade, right?
Yes. I've heard stories of it from father.
This young man right here is the Keyblade wielder. His name is Sora.
Nice to meet you. So wait, are you a fisherman like Jinbei?
No, I'm a merman.
Somewhat.
Oh, you're a merman like Ariel.
I'm more shark than fit than him. Wow, you're a prince? Yes.
Then Sora says
he's the oldest of the four of them.
I think so. Then he said, "Where's the other guy? Where's Robin?"
I think you're Nico. From what I saw, Nico Robin was with your other friends.
What? You mean they abandoned us? They deserted us?
You washed up on you. By the time I found you guys, you were gone.
And
relax, Luke. I'm sure Robin and the others are fine.
Yeah.
And then Sora thinks about what Tia Dalma said to him.
Yeah. And then Jack came back.
Yeah.
And I use that quotation mark. Yeah. And we're going to skip that scene with Jack with Beckett.
Should we? He just tries to get Jack to make a deal where the Brethren Court is.
Yeah.
Which he wasn't even dressed right from the movie.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't wearing his jacket or hat during that interaction.
I know.
So I'd like to do a funny line with, "You're mad. If I wasn't, this would probably never work."
Yeah.
Back to the store, like, I guess we're going underwater.
Yep. And
Luffy and Jack stay behind.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, why this here? Because you can't even swim, Luffy.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Though I question how all of them can while talking under such pressure.
Yeah, how are they talking unless Dom created a spell where they can talk?
I mean, I can buy Fukaboshi and Jinbei talking.
but Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Zoro. Even Zoro's question. Hey, if we're underwater, how can we?
How are we not crushed by all this pressure down here?
Donald, is this your magic?
Some of it. This is all I can do. Not like I can do with Atlantica. What do you have? Different rules per world?
I can't explain that.
I'm sure you can't.
And then they see something glowing, and it's a chest. Sora,
Wait. This seems too easy.
but Jinbei, no pirate worth the salt ignores treasure. And Zoro said, Nami would be proud of you for saying that.
You don't think this is kind of suspicious?
And Sora opened it, and
It's the landing angler.
yeah.
Oh, what a shock. Now that they fight the Heartless, they also get the real treasure, which is the aerial summon.
Oh, hi, Ariel. Hi, Sora. Wait, what's going on? No. How are you, Ariel? Oh, I got married with Eric. We just had a daughter. That's great.
And going through more of the caverns, they find a new ship. They find Jack and Luffy are there.
Wait,
how did you two get here?
It's even Luffy says, I don't know.
I'm not sure, but finders keepers.
But you already had the Black Pearl, Jack, and Luffy. You're
the Sunny.
Which ship holds no candle to. But take what you can, mate.
And you see, like, Jinbei going, something's up with this. Since we don't have Robin here.
Yeah.
Will you accompany us with us? Yep, Prince Fukaboshi. I'd be glad to. Since he can survive out of the water.
Yeah. And they explained the situation, and Fukaboshi, I see. You think defeating Xehanort will bring us back to our world? Yeah. Yes. I see. Well, after we defeat Jones, I'll stay here to protect this world, says Fukaboshi.
I mean, Sora gets to drive the ship.
Yeah, and he does, and he sings, yo ho. Brings Bruce suddenly got into his ear, and he started singing, "Gather up aboard the crew." Imagine Haley Joel Osment singing that song.
I don't want to think of that.
Yeah, he was not a good singer. Maybe Roxas with their Jesse McCartney would sing it.
I could see that being better with him.
Yeah.
Or in this case, Ben.
Yeah, I'm not big into his music, but
he's not bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
not... you have to be more into like pop music to like it more.
Yeah, I'm more of a rock guy.
You see, I was raised on pop, so it's not that big a deal for me.
Right. And then they see Heartless, and look, there's a man in the black hood as Sora. It's
Blue Sword. Like, how did you know his name?
Because I was wondering that myself.
Because you notice he never knew what Zigbar or Blue Sword's name was.
Yeah. He knew Sayax, Zigbar.
He only knew Sayax and Xemnas.
And Zoldan too.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even know Demic's name.
Yeah, and by the like I said, he is not appearing in this.
He's
He's
still benched.
yep. Luke Sora asks, "You back in the organization?" Yes, surprising, isn't it? Though they would do me the honor. Never count your cards until they've been dealt. Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day. I remember that line in the
Like, the fuck did you just say?
yeah, and yeah. Luke Sora said, "Are you really that unsophisticated that you decline a gentlemanly conversation? I expect more from your captain." What? What'd you say? And try to get to the fight.
Conversations are not your thing, Luffy.
Yeah. And Luke, Jack says, "Sora, Luffy, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship." When said
Are
pirate
you
officers,
still follow that parlay thing, Jack?
we don't follow
Listen,
it.
please, here we do. Are you not a pirate, Luffy?
Yes, I am.
I just love Jack just grilling Luffy on this stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Luffy kind of needs to get picked on a bit with sarcasm.
Yeah. And then he says, "And I love games and contests without honoring the rules. Because only winning fairly does victories have any savor with. But of course, the
Screw
code is
that.
actually guideline. I hate to admit it, but he's right. What's your wager?" "I am looking for a box." A chest,
A
perhaps.
box.
You know the one. Yes, no, I know a box, but said box is not a box you want to trifle with. Trust me. Really? A wager then. What do you say we have a race to that charming
The
port town?
town you cherish so much.
Port Royal? Yes. Whoever reaches there first is the victor. And the snakes, you tell me about the fish. Against what? I will give you whatever you want. And Luffy says, "Can you give us meat?" Luffy,
If you
shut
beat
up!
me, I shall. So that's more up to Jack. The
They said,
wager is with Jack, not you, Straw Hat.
and, and Zoro said, "Oh no, a wager with Jag equals disaster."
Because you know, Loser would find a loophole in this.
Yes. Because Jack, Jack isn't. I don't think Jack is stupid. He's just. I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Eh.
And then he said, "And Jack," and Jack ignores Sora, and then he says, "What? You can't let him
love
give."
that.
Yeah, me too. You can't let him give him his hands on that box. Do you really know what it is?
It is something very important to Jones. Therefore, it is important to me.
He said, "It's potential possibility he wants the chest containing Davy Jones' heart, but I haven't fogged his notion why he covered the bloody thing. Is it a black box? It's more black than blue, so yes. Do you think it's the black box they mentioned? And when that race, we'll keep it out of Organization 13's hands." What are you muttering on about? We need to win the race. Precisely. No purchase, no pay. You have to make it because of pirates, after all. And Sora and Luffy said, "Yeah, Sora's one of the best pirates I know."
Second only to Shanks.
Come on, Luffy. You're the best pirate captain ever. I know. And Sora said, "You're not very humble."
If it was Chopper, he'd be trying to hide it.
Yeah. And then they have the race. And
Hey, where we rip off Black Flag's gameplay.
yes.
Yeah, ripping off Black.
And they did all the cannon. They shoot the cannons at him. And then they stopped and said, "The game isn't over until I say it is."
He sends a fleet of ships in.
Yeah. I hated this part, to tell you the truth.
I think it was fine, but the race was the more annoying thing.
Yeah. The race was... That's what I was talking. Do you know what's annoying? Getting those crabs. Those stupid crabs.
Yep, especially if you want to max out your ship.
Yeah.
Going to all the islands and stuff.
Yeah.
So after all of that, Luke Sword shows back up and says,
Sources, "You're up to something. Admit it." First the thought, "I'd known I'd been outdone." "You were outdone before you even started," said Jack. And then he said, "Yes. Now, I believe I owe you a prize, but I meant to click to ask what you want. Perhaps you'll like me.
"Well,
Perhaps
enlighten me. I want the best of all the Dutchmen." Jack, no, don't tell him.
Really?
Jack.
I didn't say which Dutchman. Yeah, there's another Dutchman. He must be Van Dicker's ship." And Donald said, "You tricked them." Actually,
No, I outwitted him. Which I love Luke Sword saying that.
yeah.
Because he did outwit Jack.
Yeah, you knew what he told her what was. And he said, "I've always been more interested in the long game. Now let's see where that takes us. That is, if you stay at pace." And then he disappears. And we got him fixed. And since Jinbei's there, no, not Jim, because he doesn't fix the ship.
Well, Frankie's not there, so.
Yeah, too bad Frankie's not here, or else he would fix the ship with no problem. And
Sorry, but this ship can only be fixed with crabs, mate.
Wait.
Crabs?
Crabs?
Those are the white ones.
Savvy? Aye. Good thing Sebastian isn't here.
After the long hunt for the crabs.
Yeah, it was. I remember getting so bored with it, with hunting those stupid. I liked the level fine, but this was the worst part of the level of the world. I mean,
yeah, it kind of dragged on too much, especially if you're going for like all the treasures.
Yeah. And then they see it while they were looking for crabs. Sora saw bounties. Saw Jack's bounties. It's lower than Luffy's. But still high, but still pretty high. And they said, "Who's this?" Ichiro Oda. What will Oda's bounty be?
I don't know.
And another one, Mahashi Kishimoto. Only 3 pounds. What did he do? Actually, his crime would be bigger than Jack. You know what his crime was? Making the last. My God, that's him. You know what he's talking about, Sora? Yes, He made the worst movie of all time. What? Garbage Pail Kids? No. Worse.
Movie
back
Davy
to
Jones wouldn't even condone.
oh, come on, how big can it be, Sora?
It takes place on the moon.
So you
And you're a cartoon doctor. You've defined physics already.
you can't you, even in cartoons they can't breathe in space.
Depending.
If you're Superman or
Or Jimmy Neutron.
yeah, could Goku breathe in space?
When he fought Beerus, yes, because sometimes Saiyans can. Because Bardock did, and I think Vegeta too.
Yep. You know that's sad that even they can breathe. Yeah, they made it believable. Because
they're aliens.
yeah, what is Naruto? A human. Uh, we've been ragging. We gotta finish this world. They meet up with Jack at the starboard, and then he says, and then he meets Luffy and Sora and said, "Now, Sora, one follow-up query: is there any particular reason you want to ship?" Yeah, to explore the sea, free as the wind. Good answer. You are a pirate, Captain Sora. But wait, why do you keep saying final? Like you're leaving? Aye, because this
version of me has done its job.
you?
You see the crabs falling out from him?
Yep. And then he said, and also this me and
the other me is currently in another situation.
Yeah, and this me is gonna have another situation. A witch by the name of Amber.
I gotta think a second by the. No, let's not get into that.
Wait, who's this Amber?
Never you mind.
No, it's for pirates to resolve, but not you, Sora. You're free as the wind, yeah. And then Jack turned to the crabs, and Luffy said,
"They're like, what the hell was that?"
So Jack was showing us the way. Even if he did get tricked. And Sora says, Jack said it was the pirates battle to fight, but a fight for pirates is a fight for us. Meanwhile, the real Jack meets with Cutler Beckett and Davy Jones.
And Will.
Yep. Will Robin join too?
Probably, yeah.
You must be Nico Robin. You had I've heard about you, says Beckett. You had a bounty at age 8, one of the highest bounties in your world. I take it you're familiar with the world of the One Piece.
Where do you think I'm from?
Then Davy Jones says, Jack Sparrow, you adapted to me, it'd still be satisfied. 100 years in servitude aboard the Dutchman.
That debt is paid. You escaped.
And Elizabeth proposed it in exchange.
Jack for Will. Jack, one of the pirate lords. You can't do this, King.
And earlier in the one scene, they were talking about.
They did the brother in court thing with Keith Richards.
Yeah, and she asked, "Pirate King wasn't Gold Roger was the Pirate King? That he was, but this is not the King of the Pirate. This is King of the Brethren."
Would Richards be saying that?
Yes.
Since he also goes, the code is law.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
sorry, where is your?
That was the only good scene in Pirates 3 when Keith Richards appeared.
Unfortunately, my captain is currently somewhere else, so would I be able to fill in for him?
I suppose you could do that, lass. And then I can see Keith Richards kissing her hand and go, "Row."
Robin will be flattered since it's Keith Richards.
Yeah. You should be my brother. He's a beetle. Wait, was Paul McCartney his? I know he was his uncle, Jack's
Yes,
uncle. But
yes.
was he a sparrow or was he Jack's mother's brother?
I don't know. I'm more surprised they even got McCartney to do the cameo.
Yeah.
A Beatle being related to a Rolling Stones? What's next? Is his other uncle going to be Gene Simmons?
we see. Imagine a Kiss. Imagine Gene Simmons in his Kiss makeup, wearing pirate outfit.
He wouldn't look that out of place, honestly.
No, he wouldn't.
With his tongue out.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got Paul Stanley next to him and Peter Criss.
Yeah. No one to be Peter Criss, Lois. Not even Peter Criss. Then after that, Beckett says, "Advise your brethren. You can fight and all of you will die. Or you will not fight, only most of you die. We will fight, and you will die." And I can see Robin says, "You have no idea who you're messing up with. My pirate captain, Monkey D. Luffy. He's and his first mate Zora, and the Keyblade wielder Sora. They're a force to be reckoned with." And meanwhile, Sora was riding the Pearl, or the
He was riding Leviathan.
Leviathan.
Because the Pearl's with Barbossa.
Yep.
And the real Jack.
Yeah. And they fight the heart. They see Luxord, who escapes, but he summons a lot of Heartless. And we're doing the whole Heartless minigame. And then they meet Will and Elizabeth and Robin at Shipwreck Cove. He said, "Guys, are you okay? Sora, you're a welcome sight." And they hoard the pearl. And Robin rejoins, "Fukaboshi, it's nice to see you." Likewise.
Likewise.
Now, what's going on?
War for the freedom of the pirates.
Where's Jack and Tia Dummett?
War with Beckett and Jones.
He's been taken by Cutler Beckett, and Butler and Beckett commands Davy Jones and the Flying Dutchman. Barbossa thought we could release Calypso, the goddess of the sea, who was really Tiadama, bound in human form.
That explains everything.
Yep.
How so? The crabs were her. Remember what she said to use the Keyblade to free her?
And Zoro said, "Oh, that was her? Man, I'd like to take care of her, but Calypso is dead."
Or is she? Because do you think it was her that started the maelstrom?
I don't know. Then he asks, "So what now?" "Nothing. Our final hope has failed us." And then Sora says, "We can't give up. We all can fight together. The sea belongs," and Luffy says, "The sea belongs to everyone. Because I'm gonna be king of the pirates!" Do you know what? Do you know what would fit here? The music to Arlong Park. You know, the do.
The walk, the music they had for the walk.
Yes.
I do like that one moment has been like always in like the most awesomest moments in the series.
I think that was the moment when One Piece grew from good to great.
Yeah.
And then they say, "Hoist the colors! Hoist the colors!" and all that. And Luke sort of shows up. Do you want to do the Kraken boss or just skip that?
I think we kind of have to do it.
Yeah. Luke Sword shows up at the Leviathan while Sword rides it. And he says, "That's the Flying Dutchman." The chest Jack told you about the heart of Davy Jones' locker room. Davy Jones in it. There's no way it's the chest we're looking for. No one knows what's in the chest we're looking for. If it's a black box, then we are to collect it. Simple as that. You don't know what it is?
Xehanort.
What?
Xehanort doesn't really know what to do with this, does he?
No.
Or rather, Lushu doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is still such a stupid twist that Zigbar's Lushu.
I know. I expected him to be Master of Masters when I saw him. That would have been better, wouldn't it?
Because it pretty much reconciles the entire series every time we see Zigbar.
Yeah.
Like, no, Xehanort wasn't the real villain. It was Zigbar the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I would take this over the Zetsu reveal.
Yeah, me too. I bet you one of our fans says, "Stop comparing Naruto to the Kingdom Hearts!" Never!
Nope, never gonna happen.
And then he summons the Kraken to attack the Black Pearl. And Robin says, "What are we gonna do? We gotta help them."
Where are the guns?
And Luffy said, "Gum, gum, like he punches each tentacles, and then he rushes over.
You too.
And Robin uses her giant hands to rescue the pearl. And then he said, "Come on, let's go. Let's go to the Flying Dutchman."
Dutchman.
Meanwhile, the Dutchman, Jack was holding the chest, and then he gets confronted by Luke Sword and said, "So you got what you want. Perhaps you have the better player among us. However, I demand that you give me that." Pardon?
No, no parlay.
Yeah. Look around you. Well, it's busy. Besides, I got what I want, man. And he does the Jack's breath thing.
Oh.
Yep, still work. I love that one. I love that scene. And then he gets confronted by Davy Jones. "Jack Sparrow, are you lost? Prisoners don't belong on deck. Your station's in the brig!" And he tries to run away. But then he hears, "We're here!" It's Sora, Luffy, Zoro, Fukuba, and Donald and Goofy. Hey, someone take care of the Kraken. We'll take care of Davy Jones, says Sora.
You see Jinbei and Fukaboshi dealing with the Kraken.
Yeah. And he said, "Table and a turn, mate. Hardly. Just a few maggots to join my crew!" And it's... I gotta be honest, I did like this boss battle.
Yeah. Though the tentacles from the Kraken got annoying.
Yeah. But we had Fukaboshi and Jinbei to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Davy Jones being impressed with Zoro's swords.
Zoro, interesting using 3 swords, Lord.
You
Is
would want
one not enough for you?
to hardly. 3 sword style.
Onigiri! Good luck. I can't be hurt.
You got a couple of hits on him though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he gets some hits, but it's not like it really matters.
Yeah. And
No,
then they
what? After they beat him, they get the whole Jack fighting him on the mast. Like, I got the key. No, you don't. Till he
And
cuts
then-
off the tentacle with the key.
yeah. And Sora said, "Why don't I just use my keyblade?" No.
Why didn't you think of that earlier?
Okay. Then Sora uses his keyblade to open it.
And then Will and Elizabeth show up.
Yeah. And then he says,
Does a
love.
whelp like you know?
The whelp has seen more of the world than you know. I just love Jack defending Sora there.
Yeah. A love. Yet so easily severed.
And Sora says, I know what it's like to love. Because I share my love with someone I truly care about. She's the purest person I've ever met. And Luffy said, "Are you talking about? Just don't say her name, because if they find out who she is, yeah." But she's a Keyblade wielder. Yeah, that's true. But still, he's very protective of Kyrie, even if
Yes,
she can't
he-
fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then he asks, "Tell me, Will Turner, do you fear death?"
Fear death. Do you? And he sees
Hey.
Jack with his heart. And no, we're not. We're actually showing the actual heart, not the chest.
I mean, they show worse things. Why wouldn't they show the heart?
I mean, you have an E10 rating. Use it.
Yeah. And then Vexen said, "How disappointing. So this is all I meant when they said heart. We've been chasing the wrong box this whole time."
What did you think you were gonna find?
I don't understand too. And then
Working
Davey
last
choked.
theory, Xehanort was just trolling Vexen.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Christopher Lloyd, so
Yeah. And then Davy Jones stabs Will, and Sora gets all pissed. And nothing. Usually, Sora is calm, but when that thing happens, he goes, "Ah!" and he runs to punch Davy Jones.
fight him like, with their fists.
Yeah.
So they show Will stab the heart.
Yep.
Calypso. And they all get out, and then, but they have to leave Will.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, well, I won't leave you." And then Sora daydreams of Kyrie being in Elizabeth's position and him being in Will. And he said, "No, that's not going to happen to me. I'll make sure of it."
Belay that order.
And then they meet up with Gibbs. Says, "Thank goodness, Jack. The Armada's still out there."
Those are partitions and run. No, we're not running.
But a tradition. Never been actually been one for tradition. And Luffy said, "Yeah, I am never been one for tradition too." And they saw all the Armada, and then Will shows up and saved the day. And Beckett stands there and says, "It's just good business."
Yeah, sorry,
And he-
that death is way too cool for that dude.
Yeah, he was not a good villain, was he?
No.
And then Sora looks at Will and said, "The Flying Dutchman must have the captain." Just when,
But
and now,
Will, there's nothing we can do. No, the Dutchman must have a captain. 1 day in land, 10 years at sea. It's a hefty price.
and then they greet Elizabeth goodbye, and Jack
Miss
said,
Turner.
"Mrs. Turner." Yeah. And Sora hugs Elizabeth and said, "Take care." And then she says to Jack, "Thank you. Things wouldn't have worked out between us." And then he said,
Keep
"Keep
telling
going."
yourself that.
I wish they had that line in the game.
Well, considering they skipped the whole second game where they had more screen time together, it would have
Yeah,
felt out of place.
yeah. And then Sora says, "1 day isn't enough time. There's always enough time for hearts to see what's true. You know that better than anyone, Sora. It only takes a moment to connect with your mates, with your
I
highs."
kind of like how they have Jack understand Sora a lot in this.
Yeah, me too. It gives Jack character development.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say he's a better character in the Kingdom Hearts series than the Pirates series?
Considering in the second movie, he pretty much was running from the Kraken at the end till he came
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. I doubt Luffy would run for the Kraken, though.
No, he'd go down with the ship.
Yeah. Of course, in the game, the next game is the Kyrie meeting Ass with a new haircut, which I don't really like her haircut. Do you?
It's all right, but I like the long-haired 2 version better.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, even her KH1 hair was better.
Yeah. I mean, they made her look younger. I know they were going with the Utada look, but you don't have to do that. I mean, what they... I mean, is that who Nomura based Kyrie off of? Utada?
I doubt it.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if he based off Kyrie off his wife and him off of Sora.
Huh. That'd be interesting.
Is he married, though?
I don't know.
Meanwhile, in the Dark World, Riku, Mickey, and Frankie, and Sanji, and Brooke were fighting Heartless. To find Aqua. And then a swarm of Heartless knocked Mickey and off his feet. And then they hear this keyblade. Is that? We don't see her face yet. The next scene after is the Ansem, them rescuing the Twilight Town committee rescuing Ansem from
Ansem
from Xehanor's Heartless. Rescue Ansem from Ansem. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that plays out like it did in the real game. And then they were talking about the girl, the experiment, I still wonder who that girl might be.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene where Hayner said, "Hey, Lou, that was I remember that was in the preview, in the trailers." I said, "Oh, this is not going to go well," and I was right, sort of.
Yeah.
And then they meet Vexen. And it was a twist.
It's the most random twist ever.
Yeah. For you see, I wish to he pretended to be a nobody just so he could save Ansem.
Yeah.
So next world we're doing is the Incredibles world. How do you want to start the Incredibles world?
Which movie are we doing?
The first one. The first one's more iconic. I like the second one. Don't get me wrong. I love the second Incredibles. And I keep seeing videos of people thinking it sucked. And they're entitled to their opinion, but I disagree with that.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
So did I. And I don't get where they're coming from. I mean, except for the twist villain, that was weak.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I think to start this, Kyrie is driving. Who would drive the gummy ship? Kyrie or Usopp or Chomper?
Probably Kyrie.
Yeah. Because she's the leader. And she answers the gummy phone. And it was Sora. I said, "Hey, Kyrie, Sora, what are you doing?" I just called to see how you're doing. Oh, we're about to embark on the next world. What about you? We just got finished at the Caribbean. Oh, really? Did you meet Jack? Asks Nami. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he's still as weird as
Davy Jones and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're about to disembark. We'll talk to you later, okay? And Kyrie said, Sora said, "Okay, I love you. Love you too, Sora." And Nami said, "Tell Luffy I love him." Will do. Wait, what did I just say? Wait. You love... And Kyrie says, let's just go. Let's just get out of here. I think it'll be out where at Syndrome's lair.
So, like, they're on Syndrome's island, basically?
Yeah, I think that's where they'll start. We don't have time to do the whole movie.
Is this... Wait, where in the movie is this? Is it after Bob fakes his death?
I think
before Helen goes to the island.
I think that's where they meet Helen at the island. They see Helen lost. They landed the boat. Then they heard an explosion. Yeah. And Kyrie looked and was all, "Oh no. There might be people in there." And Nami said, "Wait, what's that?" I think there are people coming. They were about to attack, but then they get surrounded by Heartless. And
I was like, what are these things?
what kind of Heartless would Syndrome summon?
I think like some like villain superhero one kind of things.
Yeah. And they have Superman and they dress like Superman.
Yeah, but aren't as strong.
Yeah. And after that, they hear someone coming to them. Kyrie, what's that? I think that's a boy pushing
a woman.
A woman
that can stretch.
Like Luffy.
Yeah, we never see him do something like that.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, have you? Oh, have you been? What are you? Who are you? What are you doing here? We came from a ship, and we landed here. Oh, I see. Wait, did you? Yeah, we.
I think
Wait,
you guys were in that explosion that just happened.
yeah, we're out to save. We're out to save my dad," says the boy. I'm Dash. I can. Are you some? Wait, are you some kind of superhero? And Usopp said, "Why, yes, I
We
am."
call ourselves supers. Yes, we
What?
have powers.
And then he asks, "Are you a supers?" And Usopp, yeah. "Why, yes, I am. You could call me Captain Usopp."
I I have 7,000 men at my disposal.
Really? I thought, and like always, Chopper falls for it.
Oh, also, is that a talking raccoon there?
I'm a reindeer. and and the woman says, "I'm you. My name is Helen, but call me Miss. I am Elastic Girl,
Elastigirl.
and this is my daughter,
Violet.
Violet.
And you saw
What do you do?"
the other one's name is Dash.
Yeah, and Kyrie and Nami asks, What are you doing here?" "We're off to save my
You call
husband."
my husband was here, and seems like this is a villain lair too.
And she says, he better be in trouble, or he's going to be in trouble." And Kyrie says, "What do you mean by?" And Kyrie asks, "What do you mean by that?" It doesn't matter. And Violet said, "Even if Dad's in trouble, we're not doing so hot either, Mom. I'm gonna go look for him." And you might. And Kyrie said, "Wait, you might need some help. Nami and I will go with you." Right, Captain Usopp. I'm gonna go. That means Captain Usopp, you're in charge. You can count on me. I can entertain them stories. And he keeps on telling them stories, and of course Dash believes it, but Violet knows he's lying.
So you might call him Pinocchio too.
Yeah. Wait, you know Pinocchio? And then she said, "Remember the bad guys you see on TV you used to watch on Saturday mornings? Well, these guys aren't like those guys. They will kill you if you get the chance. Do not let them get that chance." I just love that. I just love that line.
I like see it talks to them like a mother would in this situation.
Yeah,
Doesn't sugarcoat their what happens.
yeah. And then she said, "Dash, if anything goes wrong, I want you to go as fast as you can. As fast as I can."
Yes, I can, as fast as you can.
Yeah, I think I think he and Chopper will team up.
Yeah.
And Kari and Nami goes with Helen. Meanwhile, Syndrome was planning something.
We get the scene with Mr. Oh, that would have already happened before.
Yeah.
Where he threatened to like kill Mirage.
Yeah, and he said, "I call this bluff, sweetheart. I knew he wouldn't have it in him." Then she said, "Next time you gamble, you bet your own life." As she leaves him. Then he sees the chipmunks around and he's changed the channel. Don't want to deal with those again. It's a meaning he had a negative experience with the chipmunks.
Huh.
It's Jason. You know it's Jason Lee.
Yeah.
And Kyrie, Elastigirl, and Nami sneaks into the junk. And then Nami has an idea. she brings Kyrie back, and they both act sexy. Wait, Kyrie, never mind. Kyrie's 16, never mind. But Nami acts sexy. And I believe they go through the tunnel, and Nami, and Kyrie says, "A rocket? What's going on?" And I believe the next scene is when the rocket launches.
Hmm.
Do you remember?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And Dash says, "Well, this is fun. I don't want to look around. What do you think you're doing?
I'm
This
not
is not a
going
big."
anywhere.
And then Chopper says, "I'll go with you." No, actually, yeah, Chopper would go because he's scared and he thinks that would be safer with a superhero.
Hmm.
Do you think we're on vacation? Mom and Dad's lives could be in jeopardy, or worse, their
Their
marriage.
marriage.
So the bad guys are gonna wreck Mom and Dad's marriage? Oh, forget it. I'm gonna go look around. Mom says to stay. I'm not gonna leave the cave. And then then they see a launch the rocket, and Syndrome turns it on, and we are ready to. And Chopper gets scared. Ah! Usopp! Wait, what's going on? What did you do?
You know what?
Kyrie and Helen and Nami look at crawl through some vents. Then and then I believe they go they fight some henchmen.
Hmm. Do you skip the part where they're like Talon's like sectioned off door by door?
Yeah, and they see she opened one door, and one of the henchmen was Stan Lee. He said, "Oh, greetings, to believe." And Kyrie said, "Dude, we see that man before."
He's like the merchant in RE4, just showing up everywhere.
Yeah. Good thing he doesn't have cabbages. Can you imagine around every guy and say, "My cabbages!"
That get annoying.
Yeah. And then the next morning, Chopper and Dash were the first to wake up. And Dash and they see a bird, and he said, "Identification, please." Hey, Violet, come here. What? It talks. What? Wait. And Violet said, "Wait a second. Voice key incorrect. Voice key? What? Wait a sec." And she realizes it's not a real bird. It's a robot, and it's gonna shoot it. And Chopper, of course, Chopper and Usopp.
This is an exploding star, and destroys the bird.
Yes. They said, "Wow, you're pretty cool, Usopp," says Dad. "Why, thank you. I'm the great Captain Usopp."
Maybe he gets a vision on his hockey and says, "Guys, we gotta go now.
Yeah.
Put up a barrier around us. Dash, start running."
Yeah. And get the and they hear the henchmen say, get the boy, get the man, the boy, and the girl, and the raccoon.
Raccoon?
I'm a reindeer. What? It
Second
talks.
point.
Chopper gets all pissed and he get
Iron point.
yeah.
Oh, they're supers.
And meanwhile, Mirage sneaks into Mr. Incredible's room and frees him and said, "There isn't much time." Then he grabs her throat and said, "There isn't much time. Why are you here? How could you possibly bring me lower? What more can you take away from me? The family survive. They're here and alive. They're alive." And then they see Elastigirl, Kyrie, and Nami said, Helen. And she punches Mirage. And then she was helping me escape. No, that's what I was doing. And then she grabbed Elastigirl and kisses her. And she's, let me tell you why I'm faithful. How can I portray the perfect one? And Kyrie said, "Oh, that's so romantic." I know. Where are the kids?
Go on the island with the rest of our crew.
Wait, what? We'll explain later.
Who are they?
We'll explain. And then I could see Usopp riding on Chopper at his reindeer point.
Yeah.
Well, Violet uses her invisibility or her force fields to protect Dash. They said, "How are you doing that?" And they separate, and then they separated. Dash and Chomper separate, and they fight the guard, and the guard punches both, not knowing that it'll lead him to his death while riding his vehicle. Do you know what? It would have been funnier if he said, "Oh, Mom, I should have went to college." Meanwhile, back Bob says, back with the Bob and the girls, he said, I should have told you I was fired. I admit it, but I didn't want you to worry. You did want me to worry. We're running for our lives from some godforsaken jungle." Hey, and Kyrie said, and Nami said, "Now's not the time to argue."
Save this for later, guys.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Usopp said, "I got an idea. Turn invisible." And I will shoot. Right. And then he said, "There you are." And the guard sees there. And Usopp's, what move would he do against them?
I don't know.
How about special force? And then Violet did the whole. That Violet does a force field and said, "How are you doing that? I don't know. Whatever you do, don't stop." And then they all run with Usopp, Chopper, and then they run into Mr. Incredible and his Kyrie and Elastigirl and Nami. So, guys, the Straw Hats hug with the Incredibles. and then they get, and then, and then Syndrome comes and frees. No, actually, that didn't happen. They fight the Heartless together. And after that, Bob and Helen said, "I love you." Well, it's just, this that gotta make that so cool, says Chopper. And then they all get frozen in midair and say, whoa, time out! What are we here? Matching uniforms? Elastic Girl? You married Elastic Girl? And got busy!
Oh, this is just too good.
And Chopper asks, Usopp, what did he mean by get busy?
Something you're too young to know.
But we'll tell you when you're older, Chopper. And Carrie asks, how old is Chopper? Seriously.
In our years or reindeer years?
I don't. And then Syndrome has them all captured and shows them a giant scream saying, "Oh, oh, come on! You gotta admit this is cool. It's just like the movie. The robot will emerge dramatically and damage." They said, "When all hope is," they would go, "Oh, help me!" When all hope is lost, Syndrome will come to save the day. I'll become a bigger hero than you ever. You mean you killed off real superheroes so you could pretend to be one? Well, I'm real enough to defeat you. And without your precious gifts, your oh so special powers, I'll give them heroics. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
A tagline nowadays that's more relevant nowadays with how things are going.
Yep, especially with Marvel.
Yeah.
And then he said, "This is all my fault. I've been a lousy father. Blind, been so obsessed with undervalue. I undervalue." Mr. Incredible, don't interrupt, says Kyrie. So caught up with the past. You're my greatest invention. And I swear I'm going to get us out of safely. And then Violet says, "Well, I think we made some excellent progress, Dad, but it's like it's time we wind up." Wait, you could escape that?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome! And Kyrie says, "We need to get back to the mainland. If only..." Where are all the guards? Kyrie, I think they were done.
They'll beat them all up when they find them.
Yeah, I can see Kyrie joining Mr. Incredible and beating them up.
Yeah.
Actually, Nami joins too. She could beat him up too.
Mm-hmm.
That right there. But I don't see any jets. A jet's not fast enough.
Probably change the codes.
Yeah. And then they see a rocket. I can't fly a rocket. You don't have to. Use the coordinates from the last launch. But Syndrome changed the password. How do we get it? Say please, says Mirage. Which was her last scene in the movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and then we hear Samuel L. Jackson singing. And he sees danger and he looks for a suit and says, "Honey, yes? Where is my suit? Super suit? What? Where is my super suit? I put it away. What? Why do you need? I need it. Don't you go run off. We've been planning this dinner for two. The public's in danger. My evening's in danger. You tell me where my suit is, woman. We're talking about the greater good. I'm your wife. I'm the greater good. I just love. Only Samuel L. Jackson can play him.
Yep.
I swear he's one of the coolest actors ever.
Mm-hmm.
and and Syndrome saves the day, and as he saves a woman and her baby, and says, "Is that Veronica? No, Veronica has a different outfit. No, I'm a new superhero. I'm Syndrome." And he said, "All right, stand back." And um, and he puts on a good show against. And then something happened. The Omidron signal.
Targets his wrist thing and knocks it off.
Yeah, and then it attacks Syndrome and knocks him down.
Well, that was short lived.
Yep. And they said, "Are we there yet? We'll get there when we get there." Kyrie says, "He has the patience of Sora." "How you doing, honey? Do I need an answer?" As she was holding the RV. I just love that scene when they acted like family going on vacation.
Yeah.
And then Kyrie says, "Guys, buckle up. It's gonna be." "And which section do I take? Traction X. That'll take me down. I'll take 7. No, don't take 7. Great, we missed it. You asked me how to go, and I told you. It's coming up." And Kyrie said that they sound like my family when we're on vacation. My adopted family. And then they crash through. And they crashed through. And they said, "Is everybody okay?" And they
Super duper dad.
"Let's do that again." And Chopper again. "Let's do that again. Let's do it." "Now, calm down, Chopper." And then he says, "Watch here and stay hidden." I'm going, "Why? I'm asking you to wait with the kids. And I'm telling you, not a chance. You're my husband. I'm with you for better than worse. I have to do this."
Meanwhile, Kyrie and Nami just go off without them.
Yeah.
And they're not ones to stand around.
Yeah,
except Usopp.
Usopp and Chopper said, "Yeah, we'll stay here with the kids."
"Oh, no, you're not." "Oh, but Nami, I just have this new syndrome. I can't fight robot syndrome." "Yeah, no, you don't."
Yeah. And then he's like, "I can't lose you again." I can't. I'm not strong enough.
Bob, Helen, are we interrupting?
What? But what? Yeah. And then
Kind of
they
like
see
when Harry did that in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. And then Omidron combined with.
Are we interrupting?
Yeah. And then an Omidron combined with a Heartless, and it's like one of those giant Heartless battles with
right.
With Kyrie, Nami, Usopp, and Chopper and the Incredibles fighting. And
Frozo.
And then, what? And Frozo.
Frozo.
And Frozo, they were about to lose, but then Frozo shows up and saved the day. He was like when Zoro or Sanji saves the day.
Yeah.
And Kyrie says, "I have an idea. Nami, let's do our limit. Summon Zeus."
Zeusy. Yes, no.
"Oh, hey, then. We're about to do a limit. Sounds fun." And Kyrie raises his keyblade and uses her lightning, which is Thundura, which is more powerful. Which is
Thunderza.
Or Thunderza, which is more powerful than Nami's lightning, and use it to strike down
Zeus up.
What?
Does she power Zeus up with it?
Yep.
Well, that's the good stuff.
And Zeus then shocks the Almandroid Heartless, killing it all. And then everyone cheered, "Yay!" And Syndrome wakes up and says, "No, no, no!" Yeah, we're changing some things in Incredibles.
Is he gonna turn into a Heartless and be fought?
Yeah,
Or at least have the power of darkness?
he hasn't. He doesn't turn into Heartless, but he does have the power of darkness. Xehanort, one of the Xehanorts come in and gives him power. Which one?
Who's left? Because we need Dark Riku for the next one.
Yeah, maybe Xemnas?
That could work.
Yeah, he said. You.
Or do you want to use Syx?
Sure, Syx works better. I see that you wanting revenge. You felt rejected. Yes, I believe I feel the same way. Because he felt rejected by Axel, who befriended Roxas.
Right.
What would you say if I give you some dark power? And he said, and he gives it to it. It said, "This is good, too good to be true." And then he goes to the babysitter and meets. Are you the new babysitter? Yes. Yeah, you see, I wear the shirt. It says B. It says S for sitter. It would say BS, but
Haha.
I forgot what he said. It's been a long time since I've seen that short. And for his victory, Chopper was eating some cotton candy as he requested it.
Like, did Dicker supply that?
Yes. And they talked to him. We've frozen all frozen assets. Even sees there will be hanging a pair of handcuffs. The people in this country are in debt to you. Can we come out of hiding? Let the politicians figure out that one. But I assure you,
Yeah, right.
yeah. and then Ellen was about to call the babysitter and say, "Did you?" And then she said, "Fine, thank you for the replacement." I didn't call for a replacement. And then Bob's and Mr. Incredible's eyes widened and they rush in and Syndrome froze them and said, "Shh, the baby is sleeping." And then he puts the baby in a carrier of darkness. It looks like a baby carrier, but it's an evil one.
Evil.
Yeah, and then he uses all. Who should be the MVP? I think it's gonna be Kyrie. Should be Kyrie.
Right.
Then he said, "I heard about you, Princess of Heart. You're the weakest bearer of all. You barely even
You're not a hero.
What'd you say?
And you're not a hero either.
Then he uses his dart auras and tries to shoot at Kyrie, who flips. And then she said, "I got a good idea. Summon!" It was, you know who her summon be? Kim Possible.
Really?
No, not Kim Possible. It has. How about not thinking. How about a Marvel superhero?
What about a Final Fantasy one?
Okay, Final Fantasy one.
How about Trying to think of one.
It
Zidane?
doesn't. Who?
Zidane
Sure, Zidane.
from 9.
Yeah, we can use him.
Oh, you summon a monkey boy?
You should show what this monkey boy can. I don't know what Zidane could do. Could you explain?
He's more of a. He's kind of like a pirate and a
Oh,
thief.
here's what he'll do. I got a good idea. He sneaks up behind Zenro and steals his powers. How? Deus Ex Machina. And then Kyrie strikes him out for and then he loses his dark powers, and then he flies up with the baby. What? And then he says, "I'll be a better father than you will." And then he realized the baby starts transforming.
Oh my god!
So he says, "Ah!"
No, I can't. I might hit Jack.
And Kyrie said, "I got a good idea." Nami said, "I got a good idea. Zeus, you get the baby. You come with me.
Oh, I don't know, Nami.
Just trust me. I'll come up. And he started grabs him, and then he punches him, and then he falls, and then he drops him.
Starts fighting that jet boot, and he causes that short circuit.
Yeah.
And then Bob throws the car, knocking him into the turbine.
Yeah. and that sealed. And you know that scene where she said, "No capes."
Yep. No capes.
We see why.
Yeah.
The cape led to his downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I think he would have been dead either way.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that when I saw that, that's it. Whoa, Pete, that was gruesome for a PG movie. And then the ships start wreck, but Violet uses her force field to protect them. That's my girl. And then Kyrie says goodbye to Zidane. Well, I guess I'll be going. Take care.
Oh, milady.
And then she said, "She has a boyfriend." Says Nami.
Oh,
And then,
so do I.
But what?
He actually does.
A boyfriend?
She's got a girlfriend.
A girlfriend.
I keep forgetting you haven't played Final Fantasy 9.
No, I haven't.
They're on PS4. You could probably download them.
Okay.
Along with 7 and 8.
Oh, I'm gonna get a Star Wars shirt.
I just got 2 Christmas Sonic shirts the other week.
Sweet. My mom already made a Star Wars shirt in time for Star Wars for May the 4th.
Yeah.
And after that, Kyrie goes up to coming and Kyrie and she notices, and Nami notices Kyrie. What's wrong? I can't stop thinking about Nami. If we could if we could free Roxas, we could free her. I guess so. And you're right. And then she said her time was short, but she was feeling guilty about keeping Nami in her body.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll find another replica? Do you think they'll find a body for her if we find one for Rox? And Nami said, "I know we will." And Nami said, "For this strange reason, I had a feeling we met Naminé. What do you? I don't know, but I had this feeling." I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna do. This is the final world we'll do today.
All right.
It's the Big Hero 6 world. And you know, before we do, you know that scene where 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 Hero talks about Tatashi. It'll remind Luffy about Ace.
Right. You say
But
Harold or Hero?
Here, I don't know.
First one I heard Harold.
I think it's Hero, but I'm not
It
sure.
it is Hero. I just thought you said something else.
I thought I said Hero. They said when they reach the world, they said, "Whoa!" They see a lot of skyscrapers. Luffy gets up. Let's check out the big city. Maybe they have some meat and hopefully some booze. Zoro, this is Disney. Unless this is Pinocchio, they're less likely to have some beer.
Or pirates.
Yeah. Then he says, "I feel so metropolitan. Cosmopolitan? Not-a-politan!" And then he tries to call Riku.
Well, first they arrive at what I presume is the Golden Gate Bridge,
Yeah.
since it's still San Francisco.
Yep. And then an explosion happens. And then Heartless showed up. And they see someone falling over them. And then they hear, "Gogo, you okay?" They see two people. It was he. "Gogo," says the boy. Gogo shoot has, and Baymax says, "Gogo shield has suit has shielded her from a major injury, but the blow she sustained to her caused a mild concussion. We should take caution, not move her until we stabilize her head." Got it. Whoa, Aurora! And even Luffy is impressed.
Oh, I am Baymax.
Your personal health care. Wow, this is Sorrel. Remember the other problem? The Heartless? Oh yeah. Hey, who are you? I'm Sora. Got him. Goof. Luffy. Zoro. Nico Robin.
Jinbei.
Yeah. Name's Hero. You mind helping us fight these things? Our team's called Big Hero 6. Sure. Let's go, guys. And Baymax and Hero said, "Baymax, go with them. Help them fight." Which is funny. Hero's the main protagonist, yet Baymax is the
Mascot.
he's the party member. Is what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Usually the main protagonist is the
Technically, wouldn't. Yeah, to be fair, because Heroes are probably back at his garage instructing them.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Big Hero 6 show?
No, I've only seen the movie.
Me too. I never watched
Honestly,
the show.
I don't see the need for this show if it's just gonna do something that doesn't need to be done, like with Tangled.
Yeah. They said they scrapped the Tangled sequel because why make it when they had a show?
Also, what can you do with her hair not there? So
Yeah. Anyway, what happens? Anyway, the, they fight the metal troll, a giant. What it's called, and Luffy said, "Gob gob."
Now, third gear. Grizzly Magnum.
Yeah, and that destroyed the Heartless, and everyone's like, "Whoa, this guy has superpowers!" Says one of the big heroes. 6.
Be Fred.
Yes, played by T.J. Miller, which I'm surprised they got him.
Yeah. Everybody except Damon Wayne's back.
Yeah, Damon Wayans Jr.
To be fair, I think Chiron Payne's a better fit.
Yeah,
Him be voiced by Cyborg.
yeah. He's the first African American Kingdom Hearts game.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure Phil Lamar's been in before him.
Yeah, you're probably right. And then they go to Hero's garage. And they watch the news. And
My microbots?
not yet. We're not there. They said people, and that's not cool. People like spectacle, not truth. Yeah, who needs quality reporting when you can just make stuff up? When I heard that, I said, "Yeah, that's today's news. That's today's news in a nutshell."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't get it. Did they see how awesome we were? Sure, there's landing a couple good hits. We have chem balls on laser hands and fire, and guy getting stretch. Well, it doesn't matter. They beat us. Well, what do we do? Where they come from? Well, why don't we ask the guys who actually stopped them? Ask Wasabi. Yeah, Hero, you never introduced. Oh, right. This is the gang. That's Go-Go. Hi. He's Wasabi. How you doing? And there's Honey Lemon.
Go-Go, Honey Lemon, Wasabi, and Fred.
And then the creature approached him and said, "I'm Fred. Don't be alarmed. This is my real body." Oh, cool. For a second, I thought that monster was a Heartless.
Oh,
These are Sora, Donald, Goofy, and the Straw Hats. And the and Sora has a good idea. Keyblade Hero 3. It's only Luffy would think that name.
Even Robin, like, what?
And Luffy would think that name is awesome. Sora, where'd you think out with that?
Of course he would.
And Donald said, "Why did I say that? You know Donald and I don't have Keyblades. So, aren't we heroes?" "Not here, we're not." "Donald, shut up." But the monsters, tell me how many you take them out. And Sora says,
Take it up with Zeus.
"Yeah." And Sora said, "They're called the Heartless. They're drawn to the darkness inside people's hearts." Oh, now we're talking. Light versus darkness. Classic conflict. It's like this. It's like that movie. That movie, Star Wars.
Or any fantasy story.
Yeah. And Wasabi, calm down, Fred. This is serious. This isn't Star Wars. Yeah, we haven't got the fight.
It'll be more ridiculous if there's crystals involved.
Yeah. Then Sora asks, "What's Star Wars?" It's one of the greatest movie franchises of all time," says Fred.
A year after what was it, 2013 or 14 this came out?
2014.
So a year later is where everything went downhill.
Yeah. I can't wait to see The Force Awakens. I bet it's gonna be good. Yeah, and I bet you the second movie's gonna be better. And the third, and the final one will be one of the greatest finales of all time.
I can see after Fred saw that he'd be drinking himself into oblivion.
Yes. And in fact, Fred said, in fact, I bet you it'll be take down the last Avengers movie.
Never gonna happen.
And then Sora said, "Hey, we'll take care of the Heartless for you, right, guys?" And Hero says, "No, wait, we're going." Hey, that's okay. We got it. And then he said, "We have to help my brother." And Luffy says, "Your brother?" Great, but don't we need a plan? As Wasabi said, the light in the moon. We train up, and it's Shugyo time.
Shugyo.
And Hero said, "Fred's not wrong here for once. I have an idea. Everybody ready?" And they give Sora the
They have that visor.
yeah, Luffy would wear one too, wouldn't he?
Do you even think he knows how to work it?
No. I can see Jinbei say, Luffy, I think you should turn it on and off. And so they both say, Heartless! Guys, get out of the way! Sora, Luffy, there's no Heartless.
Nothing there.
It's... Well, I have no idea what you're...
Oh, I see. I see. It projects an image of a Heartless as they're wearing it.
Yeah. So now...
You see Ron being fascinated by the tech here?
Yeah. If only Usopp was here, he'd be way invested.
Yeah, he would be. Or Frankie.
Yeah. I guess Shugyo's like training. That's a good idea. We could use the practice. Speak for yourself. And Zoro said, I don't need practice. I got these 3 swords. And then Fred of all people, why do you have one of your eyes closed?
My reasons. Translation, we don't know till Oda tells us.
Yeah. And they did the whole Shugyo around town and San Francisco.
Or San Francisco.
I always get the wrong. And Luffy has a good time training. God, balloon! And they said with bad puns while they were doing it. And with something, my laser hands can be projectiles. That's so cool. And she sees Sora's changing his weapon, changing his keyblade. Which is the first time I've seen that in a cutscene.
Yeah, that usually never happens in game.
I know.
Usually we have to be the ones changing it.
Yeah. And after that, Luffy gets they get done with Shogun and say, I'm so hungry. Is there a restaurant here? What? They see a beast. The beast. Wait. They see Uncle Scrooge's restaurant. I was like, huh? They go in and say, Uncle Scrooge's Bistro. I guess Scrooge must have.
He's franchising out.
Yeah. And they see.
Just keep Guy Fieri away from there.
What?
Just keep Guy Fieri away.
Yeah. Imagine if he franchises at the One Piece world. He would rival Sanji's cooking. Or Remy.
What?
And they ate. Then they came home and said, "We interrupt your scheduled program to deliver this." Witness described victims losing hearts, floating heart symbols. And Sora says, "Goat." I'm picking up some kind of threat. Okay, we'll check it out. I believe this. It's when they battle that.
That giant T-Rex thing.
Yeah. And Frankie said, "Oh, the T-Rex from Jurassic Park must have mutated."
It's no.
You think? Speaking of Jurassic Park, do you think the new Jurassic World movies would be good?
No.
And after they took care of the T-Rex, they all ate ice cream together. And Robin, I could see Robin enjoying this. If only Chopper were here, he would love this more cotton candy. And then Luffy sits with Hero and said, he said, "My brother wanted to help people. Now we try to do your brother." Yeah. Tatashi, there was a fire, and now he's gone. And Luffy remembers, yeah, my brother died in a fire too.
If you call that a fire.
Magma is fire, isn't it?
It's hotter fire, yes.
Yeah. But like you said, he's always in my heart.
I still have his brother too.
What'd you say?
That he still has Sabo. He still has Sabo.
Yeah. I still have Sabo. But even if I didn't, they'll always be in my hearts. Just like I'm always in theirs. And then he daydreams him, Ace and Sabo eating the ice cream together.
Like
Luffy.
Their current age or when they're kids?
Current age. Luffy. Well, what? Your ice cream's melting. Oh. Then he said, I'm with you. Then he starts crying after thinking about Ace. Then after that, they fight the
Microbots?
Yeah, that's where they found. It can't be the microbot. It can't. What microbots? What are they? Microbots are designed to do what you think, and everyone's confused except for Robin.
I think you made them, Hero.
Yeah, and some bad stuff happened. I thought they were gone, but some bad guys took it, controlled them. The question is, can it be? I thought when he said that, I thought Callahan would be back.
That's what I thought too. But no, it's just a Dark Riku clone.
Which we will get to soon. And he said, I'll go back to the lab. Can you take care of things here, guys? Sure. And Sora says, we'll hand you on the sciencey stuff. Which when I heard him say, that made me laugh.
Yeah. The trying to explain science to Sora might make his head explode.
What?
Trying to explain science to Sora would make his head explode.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like Reed explaining things.
Yeah. I mean, he's not dumb.
I don't
He's just
see Sora being that good at math.
yeah. I don't see him being a good student. Do you? Do you?
I kind of do see him somewhat being a good student.
Like in English or gym?
Yeah. History, maybe.
Yeah. He's not as dumb as
But math-
Naruto or Luffy.
Right. Just math
Or
is like the worst subject ever.
Yeah.
Unless you're a genius and can do all of it like one of those geniuses.
Yeah. I think Robin is the genius of the group of the Straw
Her
Hats.
and math is more like Nami's thing.
And science would be Robin, or history would be Robin's.
Yeah.
Sanji would be home economics.
Culinary.
What?
Sanji's is culinary.
Yeah. And Zora would be Jim.
Yeah.
If Chopper was a teacher, he'd be a school nurse. Or
Doctor.
okay. Anyway, let's go back to the story. They tried fighting the microbots, and it turned to the Master Hand.
Oh my god.
And Sora said, "Why do I have a feeling I'm going to fight him in some kind of tournament with a plumber, a hedgehog, an elf kid, and a bunch of other crazy characters?"
And for some reason, Cloud and Sephiroth will be there.
Yeah.
As well as this very tall witch.
Yeah.
Referencing Bayonetta.
Yeah.
And a guy who hides in a box.
Solid Snake. Then he shrugs it up and says, "We'll worry about that later." And then they beat them, the thing. And then they hear a voice. And they see a guy. Hold on, he's back. Are you done messing? Wait, that voice. Hold on. You know this guy? And now the supervillain. And then he reveals Riku? Wait, you're not Riku. Why do you suppose? How do you know I'm Riku? Well, first one thing, you look
I have him
younger.
on speed dial.
What?
I have Riku on speed dial.
And another thing, you look younger. Last time I saw Riku, he did not look
He
like
had
that.
different hair.
Yeah, his hair looked less emo-y. And then Hero shows up and, "Where did you get that? That's mine." Oh, and he says, "Well, I'm sorry. I'll bring it back to where I found it." "What do you mean?" "I think I'd be getting back to work." "Wait, we gotta." Then they see they're all exhausted. and then go back to the garage. Hero's friend says, "Come on, guys, we won. Why aren't we? What's with the long fin?" Not now, Fred. This is serious. His name is Riku, and you know. Well, that's not the same. That's not my best friend," says Sora. "That one's a fake. He's with, yeah, he's with Organization 13 or arch nemesis. How did he get Hero's ship? That I don't know. And what did he mean by? And not. And Robin says, "You must be using that chip to create a new, some kind of new robot." And the hero said, "Oh no!" But then he remembered, "Oh, it couldn't be. What is the hero? We'll figure it out later." And he remembers that. In fact, this might be good. It might be giving me some answers. You said it in menu. Yeah, this Baymax, he's the second. No offense. I am a robot. I cannot be offended. I just love that line by Baymax. It's a long story. The first Baymax and I made vanish into another dimension with other microbots. Chip's back, so the first Baymax might be back too. Those who suffer a loss require support from friends and loved ones. And they felt a crash. What was that? I don't know. And they watch on TV and said, Come on, guys. Do you want to include the Pete and Maleficent scene or just skip that? Because they're useless.
Yeah, it really has no bearing on this.
Yeah. And they confront the Master Hand and say, "Can we just pick on someone on its own side? It is the right size to be," says Go-Go. "Looks like it learned some new tricks." "Yeah, that's right. Freddy won. And Baymax says, "Our probability of success is you don't have to crunch the numbers, Baymax. It's not the sum of our parts. It's the sum of our heart." And that was the corniest line of the game.
Yeah.
And that's saying much, considering this game has a lot of corny lines.
Oh, very corny.
Yeah.
Where's the cheese?
And then he said, "Which as to what? Show. This pile of junk collected the data we need. The terror of being attacked without warning. The despair of having no place to run. Longing for vengeance. A heart's more than that. It's about working together. Smiling at something. And in every heart there's hope." Yeah, and he said, "You're right. That's why I made our own creation fight." And then he summoned first. We need a vessel. And Hero realizes, what? And he sees something come out, and it was Baymax. The Baymax from the first movie. Baymax. No. Wait. And then he gives Baymax the dark chip. He said, "Don't bother. This puppet has lost his heart. He won't wake up." "He's not a puppet. He's my friend. He's my family. Give him back my..." And he said, "Oh yes, I did put this back. I did promise I would put this back." And he puts the chip in it, and Dark Baymax comes out. And Jinbei said, "This is gonna be a predicament." Or John Travolta was here, he would say, "Wee! What a predicament!" And he said, "Sora, you're going to you're going to destroy Hero's friend. Yeah, right. You can't have a fight without sadness, without loss. You'll see you're going to destroy his friend right in front of him. Wait! And then he said, Hero, what should we do? Baymax means everything to me. But this chip isn't who he is. I made this mistake once. Tatashi wouldn't want to be a Baymax that hurts people. Sora, Luffy, he has to be stopped. Okay. Luffy, Baymax, and I will take care of it. You can leave this guy to us. You help Gogo and the others. It's a Sora, Luffy, and Baymax fight.
So they're both riding on him?
Yeah. And he shot projectile that, but Luffy uses Gum Gum Balloon to block the attacks. I didn't mind. I didn't like the first part of the fight, but I did like the second part. Fighting one-on-one. And I did love that you could cure yourself by spray. I'm glad Nomura added that.
Mm-hmm.
Because can you imagine if he didn't? It would have been so difficult. Super difficult.
Yeah.
And with that, they defeat the Dark Baymax. And Hero brings out his chip and says, so what do we do? We have to destroy this chip. If we have to be. Are you sure? Yeah. You don't need to go there. It's the right thing. And then Zoro said, allow me. And he destroys the chip with his sword. And then are you sure you did the right thing? I am. Baymax is here. He's in my heart. And then later, they created a new Baymax. Hi, hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. And then they all hug Baymax 2.0. Or should it be 1.0?
It's going to be Mark 3.
Or 3, yeah. Can I, and Sora asks Hero, do you think I can take one of them with me? That's a no. Come on. Who's going to repair? One, just one. Please. No, he's my personal healthcare companion. And that ended part 3 or part 4 here. We'll do in a couple weeks. We'll finish the saga.
Right.
We're not gonna do KH4 because who
knows what that's even gonna be?
Yeah. Anyway, I had fun.
Yep.
Next week we're doing Power Rangers.
Right.
And someday we might do Naruto and Star Wars.
Cool.
But which era? We're not doing the sequel era, or obviously.
We're probably gonna start with the prequels, then go to the sequels.
Should we have just been an original where Naruto was Anakin?
No.
He was just a Jedi.
Yes.
What about Sakura? What should she be? A Jedi too?
Yes.
In fact, I may change my mind and we might consider doing Star Wars month next No, that would take. We'll do at least prequel months if we're doing Star Wars next week.
All right.
Because I probably won't commit to it. I probably want to do Power Rangers.
We could probably do the prequels the last 3 weeks of the month.
Sure, we can do that. And we're gonna make the dialogue slightly better. Although, should we include the sand line?
I do you really want to?
No. What about Jar Jar? We gotta have Jar Jar, don't we?
I feel like if he's not there, Palpatine's whole plan is not gonna work.
Yeah, we have no choice. I don't know how I'll end Revenge of the Sith with Naruto and Sakura. They get married at the end.
Okay.
And Sheena, how about Sheena will join Luke
I could see that.
in the original trilogy? Of course, Sheena
Are you
was
having Cal in this?
baby. And you know what I'd like to do someday?
Or
Do it.
Naruto and Sakura are going to be in hiding with Obi-Wan.
I think they'll be hiding with Obi-Wan. Only their new names will be Minma and.
I feel like we can do better with their names.
Yeah, you're
obvious.
We'll figure that out. And maybe next, I'm thinking about we can do MCU movies next year if we could, from Iron Man to Endgame.
Okay.
But who would be Iron Man though?
I don't know.
Edward Elric?
Maybe with Winry as Pepper.
Yeah. And Naruto can be Captain America?
I was either going to say him or Thor.
Yeah, but Thor broke up with Jane.
Till the fourth movie.
Yeah, well, I don't think we'll do the fourth movie.
But what does that mean for Sakura as Peggy?
You know, he gets back to her.
Yeah, but that's where he has to go back in time after Endgame.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards pair him up with Sakura's Black Widow.
Are we changing Endgame's fate?
Yes.
But even then, she still can't have kids.
That's true. That's true too. We're definitely not doing the subplot between the romance subplot between her and Bruce. He should be with Betty Ross.
Yeah.
I know who could be a good Ant-Man. Luffy. And Nami can be what's her name?
Janet?
Yeah, Janet.
No, that's Hope.
Hope.
I keep hearing Janet's the mom.
Yeah, Hope. You think Goku would be good Thor? Or Gohan?
I don't know.
Man, that's gonna be tough. But like I said, I'm doing it next year.
Right.
We have time, so we have time to figure that out.
Who would Natsu be?
Mm. That's tough.
Because who? Okay, if we do Ed as no, I forget that because I keep thinking we have Ed as
Iron Man.
Yeah, I thought he was Cap for a second. Who would be Bucky then?
Well, we certainly. How about Riku be Bucky? No, that wouldn't make
You want to do
sense.
Sora as Captain America?
Or we could do that. We could do Sora as Captain America.
All right, maybe we have Naruto as Thor, but he actually stays with Jane this time.
Yeah.
And the only reason that he brought up with Jane is because of Portman leaving.
Yeah.
Does that mean Eno's going to be Darcy?
Yeah. And Darcy's so annoying. I just never found her funny.
Right. Sorry, who's going to be Spidey?
Deku?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like Sora versus Ed in Civil War?
Yeah, that would be epic.
So does that mean Hohenheim is going to be Howard Stark?
Yeah. But I was thinking, who'd be the Spider-Man? Who would be Toby and Andrew Garfield in No Way Home?
I don't know. I just imagine seeing Minato as Odin.
Yeah, that would be funny.
So is Sasuke gonna be Loki?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yes, it is. Especially with the whole beauty god.
Yeah.
I just love tormenting Sasuke.
I think Naruto could probably pull off Hemsworth's hairstyles in those movies.
Yeah.
I see you've covered my beard.
You know that scene was improvised by both Evans and Hemsworth.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I just see in Infinity War, he goes, I am Groot. I am Sora.
Who would be the guard? Should we do the Guardians too?
I mean, we kind of have to.
Yeah, who would be the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Good question.
Maybe Natsu could be the Star-Lord.
Does that mean Gray is going to be Drax?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's going to be Rocket? Because I don't see Happy being Rocket.
Maybe we could just have Rocket and Groot be the same.
Okay. So that means Lucy's going to be Gamora?
Yeah. You know who's going to be Rocket at first? Adam Sandler.
I could honestly maybe see that working.
Same here. Because Sandler can be a good dramatic actor. I mean, he was good in dramatic parts in Big Daddy and Click, when things had to get serious.
Yeah, you have to go like really serious for the third movie.
Yeah. Imagine Natsu saying, "Open the fucking door."
I could. That's something Natsu would say regardless.
Yeah. Yeah. Who should be Luffy's ex-wife in Ant-Man? Vivi?
Nojiko? No, not Nojiko.
Rebecca?
Boa?
Maybe.
Rebecca might work.
I'm thinking Rebecca. Rebecca.
Or what about Yamato?
Okay, Yamato.
Again, who'd be the Fantastic Four?
I don't know. I think we'll end it with Endgame.
A bigger question: who's going to be Doctor Strange?
Which anime character would fit Doctor Strange?
Because he's got a class with Ed's brashness, like
Yeah.
like it was with him and Tony.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, Thanos got to be played by Thanos.
I'm like, nuts! You got face.
Who'd be Obadiah?
Kimberly?
Yeah.
Would Scar be Whiplash or Mandarin?
Yeah.
Or Killian?
And I think I know who could be.
No, wait. Kimberly can be Killian and Bradley can be Obadiah.
Okay. And I know who could be Rhodey, Al. Only we won't do a twist of him being a Kremlin.
Wait, who's gonna be Rhodey?
Al is Ed's brother.
I can probably somewhat see that.
Yeah. He just wants to be part
Or
of the
as a
military.
twist, you want Scar to be Rhodey.
Okay.
Or wait, what about that one the one guy that's under Mira's command up in from Ishgar or Ishtal?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I see him being Rhodey more given his military past.
Oh, how about Carl Mustang be Rhodey?
Could work.
We'll have him the same age as Ed. Or
Who's going to be Bruce then?
Gonna be Bruce that turns into Hulk. Has to be someone smart. How about Light? No.
Like Yagami?
Yeah.
I don't really see that.
No. I would say Ash. I know Ash Ketchum would not fit Bruce Banner.
Actually, Ash would fit Star-Lord more than Natsu, honestly.
Yeah, okay, Ash would be Star-Lord, and Misty would be Gamora. You know what's the difference between making fun of Sanji and making fun of Sasuke? We make fun of Sanji because we like it. We like it. We just like to make him We just think it's funnier to make him suffer.
We don't torture him like we do Sasuke.
Yeah.
And who's going to be Hawkeye?
I don't know.
I'd probably say Uryu.
Who?
Uryu from Bleach, since he already uses bow and arrows.
Yeah, okay. How about how would who how would which character would fit Ichigo?
I mean, if you want, maybe we can have him as Hulk.
Sure, we'll make him as Hulk. And Rukia will be Betty.
Rookie is Betty.
Yeah. Not Orihime, Rukia. Orihime's better than Naruhina, but that's not saying much. They're still not a great couple.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, we'll still have Dick voice Ed.
Right.
And who would voice Naruto here?
Travis.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
wait.
Go ahead.
Maybe have Deku be Hulk and Ichigo Spider-Man.
Okay. Because usually I see Deku as Spider-Man, but Deku's Hulk would be new.
I figure because he's already got green hair and he is smart.
Yeah. The smartest anime character I know. Smartest main protagonist, I mean. Him and Ed. And Ichigo isn't stupid.
No, he's pretty decent at school. He's not a genius, but
more like B plus. He's a B student.
Yeah.
B and
so we can rewrite for him being a genius like Peter.
Yeah.
Plus, he'd be the same age as Peter when he started in this.
Yeah. Although Tom's Peter's kind of awkward though. Is Ichigo awkward?
He's more of a punk.
Yeah. He's more like an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yeah, because Ichigo gets into fights.
Yeah. What about the twins?
What,
Wanda
and Wanda?
Yeah.
Good question. Aaron and Mikasa?
Sure. Oh, he's made a new video.
The Super Mario Galaxy one?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. And according to Nostalgia Critic channel, Awesome Animal Farm, he's given 0 stars to Animal Farm, the newest, the animated one.
Yeah, I got a notification on my phone about that.
Yeah,
You're trying to
easy.
portray a serious story as a comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know what Andy Serkis was thinking with that.
Did he direct that movie?
Yes.
It's like making Schindler's List a comedy,
Yeah.
which I've never seen Schindler's List.
I have. I just haven't watched it yet.
That's a movie I'll probably watch once and only once, even if it's good. Because I don't like depressing movies. Well, I'm gonna end right here.
All right. See you
Discuss
next
more.
week.
Yeah, we'll discuss more later. Okay. See ya.
Okay.